Today, I'm going to send my Sims to vampire school, and I'm going to show you how I do it without mods. I've already made videos on magic school and werewolf training, so I recommend checking out those videos if you haven't. Now let's go into the game and go to vampire school. So these two Sims are Gia and Mateo, and they are both teen vampires. Mateo is outgoing and an art lover, and he wants to be a good vampire and make friends with humans and other occults. His sister Gia wants to be a master vampire. She is proper and a snob, and she does not care about making friends with humans. She doesn't care about humans at all, and she is totally fine with drinking their blood. To get them ready for vampire school, first I made them drop out of high school so that frees up their schedules so that they can go to vampire school instead. Now, you can only drop out if you have high school years, and if you don't, then I would just do this with young adult Sims and not teen Sims. And they live on an empty lot in Forgotten Hollow, and I make sure that it's an empty lot so that their bills are very low each week. And now it's time to move them into the vampire school. The easiest way to set up the vampire school is to have a library or a recreation center or just some kind of community lot where your Sims can live. So it's kind of like a vampire boarding school. And you basically just need to make sure it has everything that your Sims need to survive. And since these are vampires, they only really need a shower for their hygiene need. They don't really need much else except thirst. They only need beds if their vampire energy goes down, but they can also replenish their vampire energy by doing the dark meditation action as a vampire. So you really just need a shower. I downloaded this vampire library from the gallery, and it's really cool, so I'll put the creator's name on the screen right now. And now a very important part of this vampire school is to just make sure that you have the vampire nexus lot trait so that more advanced vampires will come here, like the Batori siblings and Vlad, or, any adult vampires that you might have in your save file, and then your Sim can train with them. And you can kind of pretend that they're the teachers at the school. Or if you have get-together, you can make a club with all the other vampires, and you can do the vampire training with them that way by having club gatherings. Now let's talk about the class schedule. You can do this any way you want, of course. This is just my idea about how to give my Sims vampire training and different classes. And I'm starting at night so that my Sims can go outside without burning in the sun, because neither of them have any vampire powers or, protection unlocked, like protection from the sun. So we're going to be a nocturnal vampire school. And something fun I've decided for my vampires is to let them choose either a good vampire class schedule or a standard/evil vampire class schedule. So Mateo here has the good vampire aspiration. He wants to be friends with humans and everything and not drink blood directly from Sims. So he's going to be on the good vampire training schedule. And then his sister Gia is going to be on the standard or regular vampire schedule. So the first class that we're doing today is vampire lore. And there's a few different ways that your Sims can learn vampire lore. They can research on the computer, they can read vampire tomes, and they can talk to other vampire Sims and ask about vampire history. And so we just reached level 2 of the vampire lore skill, and I wanted to reach level 2 because now I can unlock the vampire tomes. So I'm going to have Gia purchase a vampire tome, Encyclopedia Vampirica Volume 1. So now Mateo has also unlocked the encyclopedia, so I'm going to have him read that. Because they do get bored from researching on the computer. There's only a limited amount of information they can learn there. Oh, she just reached level 3. She discovered plasma packs, so now she can order plasma packs on the computer for her thirst. Although I think Gia will probably want to drink from Sim, whereas Mateo, who wants to be a good vampire, will be very interested in the plasma packs. Now, for the second part of the class schedule, I got Caleb and Lilith over here really quickly just because I needed some older vampires or more experienced vampires to train with. Have Mateo request vampiric training from Caleb, and Gia will do the same with Lilith. I'm not sure why this is here twice, but anyway, you guys gonna get started? Some vampire training. Come on, come on. Oh, go, Caleb, go. Showing off those skills. So their experience is going up quite fast. This is also from the vampire lore study in the previous class, but they are probably going to get to the next level quite quickly. So the first class with the vampire lore took my Sims about 2 hours to get to level 3. And when they did the training, it looked like they did it for about an hour and then they just stopped on their own. So I might actually have them do it again. Maybe I'll switch their teachers this time. I'll have Gia learn from Caleb and I'll have Mateo learn from Lilith. Oh no! Oh, Gia needs to wait before she can be mentored again. Okay, well, the vampire training lasted about 1 hour. So now the first 2 classes in the schedule were about 3 hours into the school day. But you can also ask different things about vampire lifestyle, like discuss plasma flavors, and that will increase their vampire XP a little bit, I think. So maybe we'll just talk to them a little bit and then go on to the next class. And now for the next part of the class schedule, I got some other teen vampires here. I got them from the gallery because I'm pretty sure you can't have teen and adult Sims do vampiric spar together. I actually haven't checked, but I know it's the case for werewolves. So I don't know if it's the same for vampires, but I have a teen vampire here anyway. So for the next part of the class schedule, this is where we split between standard vampire training and good vampire training. So the standard vampires are going to do vampiric spar, which is under friendly and activities. And then you get vampiric spar as an option. So I have some other teen Sims here from the gallery who are vampires. So I'm going to have Gia do vampiric spar with one of them. And for Mateo, since he is on the good vampire training schedule, his next class of the day is to talk to human Sims or other occults and try to make friends and bridge the gap between them and vampires. And it just so happens that this one Sim he was talking to here is a werewolf, and as soon as they did friendly introduction, their relationship was horrible. So I think, maybe he'll try to talk to this Sim and improve that a little bit. But you could also just have them talk to any human Sim who happens to be around the library. But just for Mateo's little story here, I'm going to have him try to befriend the werewolf. So we're going to do a lot of friendly interactions. Jonah and Mateo now despise each other. Wow. Good luck, Mateo. And now Gia is going outside to do vampiric sparring. Let's watch. Put my reshade on so we can actually see because it's so dark in this world. This is cool. I love the little bats going everywhere. I've done the vampire fights before, like the actual fighting interaction, but I don't often do vampiric spar. Oh, wow. But she's probably a higher level than us, I assume. I don't know what level. Oh, she's the same. I was going to say she's probably at a higher level than us, but no, she's at the same level. We just are not very good, I guess. Oh, I only had a few interactions queued up for Mateo to talk with this werewolf guy, but their relationship already got so much better. It's almost in the green, so that was fast. I'll just have him talk a little bit more, see if we can get that in the green. And Gia is feeling good because she had a productive duel. It was a good sparring session. Even immortal vampires need to practice all the sweet moves. If the plan is being the one. I don't know what that means, but okay. Okay, you know what? Our relationship with Jonah, it's only at -4. If we talk to him a couple more times, we would start to be friends. So good job, dude. They are so close to getting in the green with their friendship. So I'm going to have Mateo just talk to this guy a little bit more. Yes, we're in the green. Wow. Good job, Mateo. You're doing great at being a good vampire, already making friends with werewolves. Good job. Good job. And now it's time for the last class of the day, which is going to be electives. And you can choose whatever you want based on your Sim's personal interests. Like Mateo is an art lover, so maybe he would be into painting. But I actually want him to do something else for this video. I want him to work on gardening so that he can eventually plant plasma fruit seeds and have a plasma tree so that he doesn't have to worry about drinking from Sims ever. He can just make his own plasma packs all the time. And this lot actually already came with a plasma fruit right here. So I might have him go plant that. And his final class of the day will just be the gardening skill. But if you don't happen to have a library lot with a plasma fruit already provided for you, then you unlock the plasma fruit seeds at level 8 of the vampire lore skill. So it's not that hard to get because that skill goes up really fast. Since there are 15 levels for it, the game made it so that you progress through it really quickly. But if you do want to do gardening, then you could just practice that on its own. And then once your sim gets up to level 8 of the vampire lore skill, then they can get plasma fruit seeds. But I'm just going to have him plant it and work on gardening. And for Gia, I'm going to have her work on pipe organ. I just placed down the pipe organ so she can practice. Since she loves all things like traditional vampire, I feel like she would like something like this that's more classic and an older style. So she looks pretty happy playing her pipe organ. And Mateo is going outside. He is planting the little plasma fruit. It's so dark, so I put my reshade on. So he got the gardening skill. Now he's going to water it, so he's working on his gardening skill. And wow, she is feeling super inspired, so her skill is going up quite fast. She sucks right now, but it's okay. She's only at level 1. But that is it for the class schedule. So we had vampire lore using the vampire encyclopedias, which you can unlock by doing research on the computer. And then we had vampiric training with any vampire who's at a higher level than you are. And then our good vampire sims made friends with humans or other occults, while our regular vampires did vampiric spar. And I actually just checked with Caleb, and we don't have the vampiric spar option with him. So yes, if you are playing with teen sims, then you'll have to do that with another teen sim vampire. And then for our 4th class of the day, that was electives. That was all just a sample schedule. You can do your class schedule however you want. I just thought that was kind of a good way to organize everything. And for graduation requirements, I feel like this probably depends on what kind of lifespan you play in your game. If you do short lifespan, maybe aim for prime vampire by the time your sims graduate. But if you play really long lifespan or with aging off, maybe try for master vampire. But that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching my Vampire School in The Sims 4 video. If you liked this video, make sure to like and subscribe, and maybe check out my other gameplay idea videos. I'm going to have some videos about the new Lovestruck expansion pack. I want to make a video on how to run a matchmaking business. So kind of using the matchmaker career, but sort of making it into a home office business kind of thing. I haven't played with the pack yet, so I need to make sure I can do that and see how I'm going to structure the video. I hope I can get that out soon, maybe next week. But I'm excited to play with the new Lovestruck expansion, and I'm going to have a few videos on that very soon. But I'll see you in the next video, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye!